Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel The Anime Bugs. I'm Az,
I'm Jay.
and yeah, it's been 2 months for all of our subscribers. We are back to Black Clover. I've missed this show definitely. I feel right at home with this show. Like we can actually say that we have come back uh, with this episode of Black Clover, because Spy Family is kind of a new show, so it doesn't really feel like the channel's come back. But with Black Clover, yeah, it's right at home. So yeah, I believe I've forgotten most of the characters' names. I do remember the plot points definitely.
Yeah.
We finished off with that dungeon arc with Mars going back to the Diamond Kingdom, and Asta and Yuno having discovered their power ups. The second sword for Asta, and he got the new spell for the elf, right? And they also gained Claus, right? Yeah, Claus, his approval. Other than that, what else do you remember? Anything else important that happened? Yeah, we got. Obviously the Mars arc with him. Now, maybe he'll go on to live a more fulfilling life, right?
Yeah, we don't know that yet, but yeah, they are going to be summoned to the king's palace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this episode will mark a new arc. That's why we stopped it last time, because that we wanted to complete off the dungeon arc. But yes, I'm really excited to get back to the Black Clover, because now slowly they'll keep on building up the stories and it'll get better. So yeah, it's good to be back. Anything else you want to say before we start?
Yeah. Well, I lost my notes, so I don't have any.
Yeah. Oh shit, my
reference.
notes. Yeah, I need to get my notes also. Alright, so we have our notes. We are ready. Hopefully, we remember all the plot points. And yes, as always, we'll be dissecting the episode in great detail, because that's what we do with Black Clover. It's one of those shows which requires a lot of thinking and analyzing, and we love to do that. So yeah, let's get started with episode 20, right? Yeah, sorry, episode 20, beginning of
Yep.
new arc. Let's go. Oh, the intro. Wizard King. What is the Wizard King's name? Julius Kronos?
Yeah, Julius.
Oh, we have the same intro. What's the chapter name?
Assembly at the
Assembly
Royal
at the Royal Capital. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. The next arc is the Royal Capital arc. Something happens there. It's good to be back. Ah, I forgot just about everyone's name except the main character. We're reintroducing everyone again at the start of the arc. He's the shonen protagonist of all, right? Okay. How did I forget his name?
Oh shit.
What's his name? What's his name? Oh, they will have a meeting with the king, right?
Yeah.
That's what we saw in the preview. Yami. I just remembered all the discrimination and
The levels.
oh yeah, she is part of royalty, right?
Oh, her brother might be there.
Look at him how cheerful he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wait, don't tell me she's fallen for him.
There's Sakura and Ino.
You have Yuno
That's
with you.
Sasuke.
How did you fall with?
Yeah, exactly. Plot arc.
Become a harem. Oh my god. What?
Oh, the king.
Wait, this is the first time they're seeing him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Julius Novak Chrono. Look at that
What is this?
smile.
Menacing.
They're just randomly meeting in a random tower. What? What? Fuck is with size? Wow, he's even more of a goofball nerd than I thought. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wind spirit. What did he say? He's the chosen one?
Oh,
Wait. Yeah, I was waiting for this.
oh.
Please
Good
still,
job.
please still. Oh my god. Please give me answers. Okay, this is being played in a very light-hearted way, almost avoiding the big questions.
Oh. Oh, shit.
See, I
That
told you
one
the second
absorbs,
sword
that
takes
one
takes
negates.
yeah beyond my abilities. Oh, it doesn't absorb from us because us is an empty vessel.
Wait, what did he say? क्या हो रहा है?
Nandai. In sync. Alright, guys. So what happened is that one of our videos, my sister's video, got corrupted, and we lost the recording, the footage for the
Yeah.
entire duration of the episode and the discussion that happened, around 20-25 minutes of it.
Yeah,
So
something went wrong. I saw that something went wrong, but I
yeah,
thought it was still
these kinds of
recording.
issues,
Yeah.
these kinds of issues will have to be ironed out pretty quickly because we're still getting used to this kind of a setup. But yeah, what I
Yeah.
decided is that we'll do kind of a live commentary of the remainder of the episode and discussion at the end. Okay, but yeah, we have seen episode 20 and episode 21 as well, so we have that context while discussing all this. All right. So yeah, sorry for that, but every so often, like, it happens, to
Yeah.
every channel. So all right, so we'll start from the point where it got cut off, and we'll just keep on discussing about the scenes as they play, right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right, let's start. Yeah, his question about how do you become Wizard King? I really liked his response here, talking about
Merit.
meritocracy, right?
Yeah.
He was very adamant about it. See how serious he gets here. That's why I feel like he tells the truth here.
Yeah, he's speaking with conviction. It's like he hates the
Hmm.
nobility.
Yeah, and we talked about how this is in direct opposition to the nobles, right? That's why the whole star system of awarding stars for, accomplishing missions and achievements.
I think it's clear from the Wizard King's attitude by welcoming them by himself that he doesn't
Yeah.
care about nobility.
Go see for yourself how the top achievers are. And we discussed how they kind of are the same as just about any nobility, and that's what Asta finds disturbing.
I wonder what William thinks. Is he like somebody who
Yeah.
values nobility? That'll be interesting.
Yeah, this line, can you give me better results than them? That speaks a lot. So I wonder where the Wizard King came from. Was he a commoner or a noble?
I think his past will be really interesting, but probably have no idea.
Yeah, and these so many classes, they're like 15, 17 classes.
Why does
Yeah,
the
what?
Wizard King have a star on his forehead? He has a symbol.
Oh, I didn't notice. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's no coincidence, since everyone has some kind of sigil for their squads. Oh yeah, Casca. I swear. When I saw Casca, I don't even know her actual name. What was the name?
Soul.
Soul. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna call her Casca until she grows as a character
And
for me.
sis Farmies.
And Farnies. If you guys have seen Red Berserk, more like,
Yeah, this
you would immediately
show
recognize these
is-
characters.
Yeah. A lot of shows are inspired by Berserk.
Yeah, this actually confirms our theory about William being designed after Griffith.
Griffith, yeah.
And I like how not like it's interesting to see how the Wizard King is like a teacher awarding his students at an event.
It's like an elementary
and
school.
also
Like in
yeah,
elementary
and giving
school,
them
how
small
many
pieces of
stars-
advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how many stars
Mhm.
you get.
And their flaws are also very interesting. It's like they don't really care about the responsibility and all that, but it's more like them enjoying the hunt or being careless or toying with their enemies. It speaks about their personalities also. Golden Dawn.
Oh, pushes himself.
And we talked about how all the Silver family are from royalty, right? So they all have similar hairstyles to Noel. It's like they're direct siblings or cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the special guests. And we talked a lot about what are the Wizard King's intentions for bringing them here,
Yeah.
and where did he go?
Yeah, he just
Like, we
like
still don't know
disappeared.
where he went. Yeah, for what
Yeah, during
exactly?
the
Because
disaster.
yeah, the next episode is the Right. And obviously, in the absence of the Wizard King, they all start showing their true colors and start insulting everyone. Shonen protagonist.
Asta doesn't care.
And yeah, Mimosa being completely infatuated with Asuka. For what?
You know what? I guess it makes sense because he's like the opposite of nobility, right? He's like, in a sense that he doesn't care
Probably
about
refreshing
all
her
this.
personality. And I think part of the reason why the Wizard King brought them here was to give them conviction.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. We
like
discussed
challenge
that.
them. Yeah,
No, it was
we
more
discussed
like
that which got lost.
it was also to see how they would react. It's like a classroom, right? When the bullies start bullying, it's like the teacher
Yeah.
left. When the teacher leaves,
Yeah, the teacher left.
yeah,
And they also start berating each other as well. It's not
Yeah,
just
of
like the
course.
peasants versus the nobles. Noel's siblings. I can't wait for the episode where all of this gets turned around. You know, when she gains respect. I mean, it's not about gaining respect from them. It's about proving to herself, maybe.
yeah.
So that when they bully her again, she doesn't mind it. Because she knows that she is good. Right now, she still, you know,
Yeah,
regressing
self-esteem
back to her
issues.
form.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's like she needs the approval to feel confident.
You know, it's like they're all brainwashed into thinking that they can't operate
They're better.
independently. Like they're all family and honor and stuff like that.
And about killing the mother, right? Probably while being born.
Yeah.
I still wonder why no one else stands up other than Asta.
Yeah, what
At least
about
Yuno would be.
yeah, what about Yuno? Why is he so passive about it? Is he like waiting for Asta to do something all the time?
I don't know, maybe he doesn't think much of all these things. But Asta really gets. Oh yeah.
He's kind of like Mikasa and Asta is like Eren. That makes sense.
And here comes the outro. Which might get proven again in this arc as we get into the fights later on. But yeah, briefly talking about all the points that we didn't. In the first half of the episode, right? The most interesting bit was about the Wizard King. He can read the book of Yuno, right? So he knows about this ancient language. Like, why? How much does he know about the old magic and the old civilizations, right? Because does he have the memories or experiences of past Wizard Kings? It's like an avatar cycle. Like, how does he accumulate all this wealth of knowledge?
Oh yeah, that's a good question because he knows a lot, and people say that it's
Mhm.
because he's a magic nerd that he researches all
Yeah,
these things
but
because he's
that's-
powerful. Do you
Mhm.
think? Do you think that's
So-
no? That do you think that's his ability to just absorb knowledge? Like he knows a lot. He can like
I mean, he can manipulate time. We know that, at least,
he
because
can
of his
manipulate
surname. Yeah, his surname is Chrono, so it's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
obvious. Mhm. And yeah, the wind spirit of the four attributes, right? You were talking about yesterday, Sylph,
Mhm.
and the line about she has chosen him this era. What do you make of that?
It's interesting. You know,
Like,
always like
she-
the chosen one.
Yeah, chosen him this era, as in there is always a person like
Yeah, yeah.
for every era. Era of what? Era of calamity? Like, is this like a cycle of events that happens? The demon comes back again, and they have to fight, and there are special people who are chosen by the great spirits or whatnot, and is one of them who's chosen by the wind spirit. Because if she's choosing, it's first is to serve a purpose, right? So what is that? Like, what are we building towards at the end? Like, is the demon going to come back, and is that cult trying to bring back the demon? So is it like fate? It'll happen. And why does the Wizard King know so much about this? And what is he doing to stop all this?
Man, the parallels to Berserk, damn. Even the elf.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. The elf in Berserk. Shit, I forgot. Puck, right? Yeah.
Puck, yeah.
So Puck
That was
didn't-
different. Like,
No, Puck didn't choose guts, obviously.
no, not like that. It's more similar to the Stormlight Archive. If any of you have read The Way of Kings, there's a character and there's wind spirit. It's very very similar to it, like I would say 1 to 1. So that was very interesting. But yeah, talking about his interaction with Asta's book of magic and the anti swords, uh, he can't read the book obviously, so it's some kind of, again, it's a type of magic or not magic, which is alien even to him, right? But he's not
Curious.
flustered or flabbergasted. He is curious, but he's still not like, oh my god, what is this? Maybe he was fanboying a bit, but it was played for comedy. But he did acknowledge that the only reason why Asta can control the sword is
Yeah.
because he doesn't have any magic. He's an empty vessel, right? So the power can go to him. It can't be absorbed because the Wizard King's magic was being absorbed.
I was waiting for. Wait, he did make a comment about the Grimoire once when he was when he was chasing them. Wait, no, when he was disguised as an old lady, right? He was like, wait, that's a strange.
Yeah, he was talking about that yeah, strange grimoire, and he doesn't have any magic, right? I've never seen this writing in any documents. So
Yeah, you would
whatever
think
this
that-
source of Mhm. whatever the source of magic was, it's been destroyed, all traces of it. Because it must have existed sometime, a long time ago, right?
Okay, that's one
And-
thing. The magic is one
Hmm.
thing. Why is Asta? Why does Asta have no magic? How was he born that way?
Oh, right. Because having no magic is also an anomaly, right? We never discussed about why he doesn't have any magic. Because there
Yeah.
has to be a reason for it. So maybe fate and destiny is playing here also.
Do you think, like, as
Like
a
he was-
child? No. Do you think where he came from as a child, right? Like all his
He's
magic
cursed or
was
something.
absorbed by something. Like, you know, there is a weapon that absorbs magic. What if all of his magic was taken away from him and he just became an
Maybe.
empty vessel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm thinking that Asta is not some kind of chosen one, like from the dark side or whatever. I think he's just someone without magic, and how did that happen? I don't know, but maybe he just lost all his magic. Someone absorbed all his magic or something.
No, I don't think it's not chosen, because Yuno and Asta have a lot of parallels. So if Yuno is chosen by this fairy, the wind spirit, the elf, right? So Asta also has been chosen by the devil, not the demon. They're two different things.
Yeah, no,
So I do feel like-
saying, I'm saying why he was chosen by the devil is because he had no magic. So
Okay.
maybe the devil was like, oh, here's an empty vessel I can use.
Yeah, but you don't just find an empty vessel like that. It's pretty rare. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't think it's the same thing. The Wizard King also, Julius also said about how the power of the elf will grow and he'll become great. So that's pretty obvious. So the same thing will happen with Asta, of course. And it's pretty interesting that he avoided the question about what was it?
How does
Asta
he know
posed the
that?
question, right?
Yeah, how does
Yeah,
he know that?
about his. He doesn't
no,
have
I
any
know,
magic.
no. I mean that's understandable, right? Because he can't like tell them that he's stalking them.
I was stalking you.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
huh? Wait, the Wizard
But,
King might
yeah.
be no. How do other people see the Wizard King? Is like the Wizard King is like all knowing, omnipotent kind of, you know?
No, I don't think he's omnipotent. I think, I don't know, like, how is he so powerful, right? Maybe he can manipulate time, so he can just go back and keep reading. It could be something like that. Yeah. What else? I
I-
think this. Anything
I
else from the
think-
scene?
I think what is yet to be explored is how do other nobility look at the Wizard King? Like, what is the Wizard King to them? I think that's
Because,
very important.
So far we haven't seen any direct rebellion, word of mouth, or anything from the nobility about the Wizard King. This all seem to revere him as the highest ranked. So yeah, that's interesting. Like, if a commoner were to gain a rank equal to them or higher, would they still give that person respect, or would they be forced to give respect? So they're a bit too scared to even say anything against the Wizard King for fear that he might come to know about it. So maybe they do resent him. Maybe they have their own supposed leader that they want to see as the ruler, kind of like the ruler, because there is an actual king, right?
Yeah,
Apart from the Wizard King.
I want to see politics. I want to see sides. I want to see a lot of, who do we side with, who do we think should be in power, why is the Wizard
Yeah,
King,
because
how powerful is he?
the merit system is in complete contrast to the hierarchy. But the problem that we said about the merit system is that a lot of the nobility are already born with a wealth of mana and experience from those around them who can help them hone their powers.
Access to
So
resources and
so the merit system is not really helping that. Kind of like the real world. The privileges.
I mean, yeah, but this is like on a different level.
Yeah, I can't read my handwriting from yesterday. Shit.
Oh shit. Oh no.
What?
We already taken notes. I was like, shit, I didn't take notes, but we had already taken notes.
Yeah, and then Asta sees firsthand the top merit holders and how they're just the same like all the other nobility. So now he knows the competition and he's motivated to challenge them. That's maybe what the Wizard King wanted.
Yeah, I just want someone to question things like, why is the Wizard King so nice to peasants and the meritocracy?
Yeah, and we
Asta's grim war. Someone question these things, please.
Yeah, and we did discuss that Wizard King is purposely avoiding these questions and not probing about Asta, because the writer doesn't want these questions to be out in the open completely, because he's setting up these plot points for when they become relevant in the later arcs, right? It's pretty obvious.
Maybe.
So yeah, these things are purposely being avoided by either by comedic scene or not asking the right questions, something like that. But yeah, then we get into the ceremony where the insults are without any, like, they don't really pull their punches when they start insulting, be it anyone, a commoner or even their own ranks. And obviously digging into Noel, like this will be a big thing a big thing coming later on, like it's being built when Noel actually surpasses them in both merit and actual reputation. So that'll be awesome to see. What else? Yeah, I don't have anything else. A lot of our discussion might be shorter in the beginning right now because we have had a 2-month gap, so a lot of small details might be eluding us. So let us know if we forget small details like that from previous episodes down in the comments. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this discussion. It was kind of short because we already discussed a lot of things again. But yeah, catch you guys in episode 21, which has already been recorded.
Yeah, it's been already recorded. Bye.